So we're going to talk about the Ashmash Tin Project in Morocco. Peter's just done me the pleasure of introducing you to the wonderful world of tin. The normal disclaimer. Kasbah Resources, ASX listed, ticker is KAS. Strong investor base. We were just talking about what attracts investors to companies, but we have PE firm Parler in there, Lion Africa, a couple of traders, Taisaco and Traxys. The project itself has strong joint venture partners in Toyota Tsusho and Nitetsu Mining, who are also helping us with a funding program out of the Japanese banks, which should result in some fabulous returns for equity holders. This project is in northern Morocco. If you haven't been to Morocco, I'd encourage you to go there. It's a very safe jurisdiction, excellent infrastructure. We're looking at a mine with a 10-year life, mining 750,000 tonnes a year to produce around 4,500 tonnes of tin per year. We finished a feasibility study earlier this year and are currently in the process of finding suitable debt funding. Quick snapshot, our share price is horrible, a reflection of the markets, I suggest. A market cap of 8.3 million. The NPV attributable to Kasbah in the feasibility study was 100 million, suggesting this could be a 10-banger. Strong management group, all come from the big end of town. I spent time with Goldfields, Newmont, Normandy. Evan, the COO, spent time with Goldfields, Barrick and the like, and Keith, the CFO, was with MMG and Shell. So we understand what good looks like and working our way through this. I've got a video which goes for 3 or 4 minutes. I'll just introduce you to Kasbah in Morocco and a bit of tin.
From the Saharan dunes to the peaks of the high Atlas, Morocco's landscapes are timeless. Its ancient traditions of the Berber carpet makers and spice traders continue, alongside a more contemporary Morocco. Modern infrastructure is essential to the country's mainstay industries such as phosphate mining and food production. Morocco is considered Africa's economic gateway to Europe. Its infrastructure is highly developed, water and energy are low cost, and its politically stable government has established a mining-friendly regulatory environment. The minerals industry is Morocco's largest foreign exchange earner, and it's no secret that the government is seeking to triple revenue from the sector by 2025. Kasbah Resources is listed on the Australian Stock Exchange, and its focus is tin. The company's Ashmash Tin Project joint venture is located in Morocco's northwest, 140 kilometres from the capital, Rabat. The closest city to the project is Meknes, a modern, bustling city of around 600,000 people. Globally, the Ashmash Tin Project is one of the most advanced tin projects in a non-conflict safe jurisdiction. With a 15 million tonne JORC resource and 7 million tonnes in reserve, the mine has an initial life of 10 or more years. The ore body, which is open at depth and along strike, will be mined from underground and processed using conventional processing methods. As the third largest greenfield tin resource in the world, Kasbah's Ashmash project is globally significant. The two projects with a bigger resource are either low-grade or in a recognised conflict zone, creating an opportunity for Kasbah to become a preferred, reliable supplier of premium quality tin concentrates. In July 2018, Kasbah completed the project's definitive feasibility study. With a capital cost of $96 million US. The project has a 10-year life, an NPV of $98 million US, and an internal rate of return of 23%. This places the Ashmash project in the lowest quartile of tin producers globally. Funding of the project is now underway, with first production targeted for mid-2020. There is a looming shortfall in tin supply, largely created by traditional suppliers reducing their production as grades reduce and environmental constraints are put in place. There has also been significant underinvestment in tin exploration in the past decade. In this changing environment, supply may not be able to keep up with demand. Tin is a vital ingredient in a wide range of manufacturing sectors. In fact, modern life would be impossible without this versatile metal. The future of tin demand, particularly in the electronics sector, looks set for growth. Tin has replaced lead in a wide range of solders that allow new electronic products to be designed and produced. There is also demand for tin in batteries, semiconductors, photovoltaic cells, and corrosion-resistant steel. With the stepping stones to construction and operation almost all in place, the Kasbah team is on the verge of attaining its goal to be a long-term producer of premium tin concentrates in Morocco. The Ashmash Tin Project joint venture is an exciting build-ready project.
Tells it so much better than I can. So you just saw this slide from Peter before. I think all the tin hopefuls are pushing this, but with the EV revolution, with advanced IT, the connectivity that the world will need, tin as solder or as coating on wire is going to be a huge deal. The ITA recognises that global production is beginning to fall. There are a number of projects coming on stream, but they are predicting a deficit going forward. I suspect that deficit will be filled, but with an improving tin price that will bring on artisanal and other miners. But we can't see the tin price falling. When you look at where new production will come from, there are three standouts that actually have measured and indicated resources that can be converted into reserves. The Symbiote project in Kazakhstan is very low grade, multi-metal, quite challenging metallurgy. We'll have a feasibility study out sometime next year. The Bissi project is in the DRC. It's a freak project with incredibly high grades, but it's an incredibly challenging place to be doing business. And then Ashmash is number 3 in a very safe location with excellent infrastructure, ports and what have you. The other thing that is going to stop tin prices going down, I guess, is the fact that there isn't a big stockpile of tin out there that can suddenly be released. What's visible out there is about 4 weeks of production. So the project itself has had about $90 million spent on it to date. We've done 120 kilometres of drilling to produce a 15 million tonne resource and a 7 million tonne reserve. I said we have a 10-year mine life. We actually think the mine life there will be between 15 and 20 years. Very important joint venture partners. They're actually at the site as we speak with some of the Japanese banks doing their due diligence. Japanese debt in this type of environment can make a significant difference to the rates of return that you see on equity. You see it's 23% ungeared, double that, and that's where you're going to be sitting if you get this sort of debt in. The mine will be an underground mine. It's fairly spread out, a lot of lateral development. We'll be using contract miners. We've been talking to them. There are some excellent miners here, of course, but we've also found some out of Turkey. It's not difficult mining. It's not a deep mine. Maximum depth is around 500 metres at the moment. The processing is going to be typical of tin, so a gravity circuit and a float circuit. We are using ore sorting technology, and again, Peter referenced that. We did a 2-tonne bulk sample earlier this year. We ended up with a 40% rejection of waste for a 6% loss of tin. So this is an excellent way of getting pre-concentration happening. It shrinks the back end of the plant. It provides backfill for the underground and shrinks the tailing space that you need. Also using high-pressure grinding rolls, which has negated the need for 3-stage crushing. We'll only have 2-stage, and also eliminates the need for a very large rod mill. The feasibility study outcomes you saw on the video, good returns, quartile 1 producer. We think this stands the project in very good stead. And importantly, this mine has a huge amount of upside from an exploration phase. All right, the guys have drilled it to end up with 10 years of mine life, which sort of maximizes the NPV. But you can see this plan view The bottom ore body there, the Meknes ore body, is open on strike and at depth. The other ore body, the City Addy trend, has just been touched, and again, a very large area that's yet to be drilled. If you look on section, you can see that they're both open at depth and along strike. We also have a few regional tenements that ultimately will be able to feed into a processing plant that we build. We haven't spent a lot of time on these to date, but they certainly provide exploration opportunity going forward. So the value proposition, we've got a very strong board, strong management, one of the world's largest and most advanced tin projects in a safe location, feasibility studies being completed, funding's underway, long mine life, tin price expected to rise, and we just think that we're being horribly misrepresented in the market at the moment. So thank you very much indeed.